My name is Abubakar from Malayalam and arrahmansongs. When we can expect the next Malayalam movie?
Straight.
Straight.
The next big Malayalam movie is called Adajivitham. We've been doing that for almost 4 years, and I just saw the cut. It's really looking nice, and still a lot of work to do for music and these things. So, yeah.
Malayalam cannot afford the arrahman because too much gap last 29 years after Malayalam.
No, I think I was doing many things, so I couldn't, like, I was doing UK theatre, then I was doing Hollywood, doing Hindi. So sometimes when you do too many things, it's not good, so I just focused on it. So now that I've had a one full circle, it was nice to work with Fahad Fasal and Blessy. Yeah.
Rahman sir, Vivek from Talk 100.3 Radio Channel in Dubai. Sir, you've done many concerts in UAE. I remember the last Sufi concert which I had attended was quite a while back. It had an amazing theme, and the entire concert was fabulous.
Thank you.
So, do you get forced to do things like that, whenever you do concerts, or there are themes, every time you do a concert? This time, would it be different or something which we've never seen before?
You should wait and watch it. Yes, of course, because performing songs is fine, but then if you leave an impact of certain things you can give back and make them engaged, I think that is the best success. So now you remember that Sufi concert because of the experience.
Absolutely.
So we always think about what experience can we give. And for this concert, we really thought about for 3 months and we didn't get any idea. And then we had a 5-hour set list. And then towards, I think my daughter's marriage finished and the whole team was there. I said, "Oh, sit down, let's do it now." And that day everything came together, kind of.
Every time you do a concert, there are certain songs which really connect with the audience. For example, a Jai Ho or Chhaiya Chhaiya, or there are these songs. So, do you do those songs because the audience demands it, or some songs which are very close to you, like Ma Tujhe Salam?
It's tough actually. There are certain things we have to do. They're the bangers. But other things which we don't even expect, sometimes, people love and they shout for it. I want that. So we did this 23 concert tour in the United States, and each place had a different vibration. Some people loved certain songs more and some people loved certain. So after that I think they saw clips and they were all unified. But it was very difficult to gauge. So what we decided was what we love is what we should do.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what you connect with the audience.
Yeah.
So, sir, Shani from the group, when we are talking about the connection with the audience, so we know the Etihad, Rahman, Roja movie, all the connection with the soul. But now, use of technology in the music composition, how you are seeing this? Like it's losing its essence or soul, too much technology in the...
Technology is always there, and even I bought my first computer in 1985, and then I've been working, and then I bought my first samplers in 87, then 92 or 89 I had my recorder. So my whole base was technology, but the challenge was how can you make technology, how can you inject soul into technology? How can you make technology speak your language? Because if it pulls you in, oh, this is what technology can do, you want to do that, that won't make sense. Is it telling a story? Is it helping the storytelling of music?
I will continue with this same helping the story. Tamasha movie.
Yeah.
When Deepika was denying her proposal and Ranveer was going through up and down psychological state. And your background score was like, it was helping the whole scene. We are still memorizing that thing. Without your background score, it was nothing that scene. So what was in your mind at that time when you was planning that?
Tamasha?
For that particular shot.
I don't remember the story, but I know that when he told me the story, it was second half was very dark. I told him the second half was very dark. And that's what I like about certain directors. They go in deeper than other people. So Imtiaz is such a director who goes much more deeper than other people. And he reflects his own personal experiences in movies. Yeah.
It's Pranav from AFM. It's great to have you, sir, in Abu Dhabi and in UAE once again. You mentioned about leaving an impact on in concerts, live performances. I remember your performance in Houston. A lot of my friends were there, and from Ponniyin Selvan, Ponni Nadi was one of the songs which you and your band performed. And I had a lot of snaps, a lot of Instagram videos sent across that. Can we expect you to perform that as well here, given there's a large subcontinent diaspora?
Paninadi, yeah, we are doing it.
Yeah, and with that movie itself in Tamil Nadu, what I noticed was there was a resurgence of that pride for the storyline, for the history behind it as well. When Maniratnam sir came to you and then he said, I want to make this project, what was running through your mind? Was there a pressure that you could do justice to this? You've achieved so much in your life, so how do you set that bar high for yourself?
I remember my mom was reading that in early days. I would see that, and 76, 77 or 80s, and so it's like how for Europe Lord of the Rings was such a great piece of work, and for us in South India, definitely Ponniyin Selvan was. We tried almost 3 different steps to get where. Is to first was conventional, like what everybody would expect the music to be, and both of us were not interested in it. We did it, and then again we went into another zone where it was much more closer. Then the third one was what I think, because we had to see that it's an old tale, but the audience is new, and the expectations are, they're watching all the world's best stuff, and suddenly giving them, this is your tradition, and putting it in their throat is not a good thing, but making them feel that this is their tradition, but it's a cool way of presenting it was important.
On that same song, when you did the live performance in Houston, I think one of the performers, Jonita Gandhi, she almost stole the performance over there. How have you seen, in your own words, her career progress, your words?
So I discovered on YouTube, but I believe she had come for audition around almost 7 years before in Canada when I was doing a recording for some movie, and she remembered. I didn't remember that, but I could see that she was very promising, and she had this both talent of East and West sensibilities and the warmth of the East, and so she's been a part of our stuff for quite long.
Last time when you were here in IFI, I had a very short conversation about whether numbers matter to you, like streaming numbers or revenues, and you clearly stated that it's the content for you that matters.
Yeah.
When you look at, in South India, for example, you look at Anirudh, who's making amazing music across. Is there any competitor? Do you see any competitor to you when you're making music? Each
one of us are catering what comes to us, right? And if you take G.V. Prakash, or even if you take Iman, and if you take Yuvan Shankar, they're all doing their own thing, and people are loving it. So for me, I have to love my work first of all, and have a lot of tick marks for myself. Like, is the tune good? The lyrics good? Is the production good? Is it sounding bored, or is it exciting? So first of all, to tick mark all the stuff which I expect out of myself is tiring. So I don't have any time to look at what's going on. Sometimes at hotels I see many other people's work, but this year has been like a roller coaster. I think the highest ever movies I've ever done in my life.
Sir, you have seen the 90s era also and currently present also. So what are the difference you can see?
Which one, sorry?
You have seen the 90s
and
current. What are the difference?
There's no difference at all.
There is no difference.
I think 90s what happened was, when I started music was, my team was just 3 people. There was Sridhar, Sivakumar and me. And because nobody else would get what I was trying to express. So literally you have to, like a one-way traffic, each one had to go through one small pipe. And now the kids are much more, we have a school, we have been training, the children for recording, production. So many of the kids are interning with us. They're part of the process, and they're young and vibrant. It's like an army of amazing talent.
These are amazing.
Huh?
I was supposed to ask this question.
Yeah.
When their next performance will come, because we are still watching 2015 recording.
Berkeley.
Nothing
Okay.
new is coming.
It
Because
might.
of the way they are mixing on
Yeah.
in the live audience, it's amazing.
That's what I think. Sometimes I go to a light music and I feel so disappointed. Why this? So I have to keep smiling because they're doing it with love. But here they were surprising us with their musicality and all the stuff. So yeah.
Don't you think right now overall industry is struggling with the new talents, like something new?
That's very important. Yeah, I love that. And even in independent English music, there's so many artists, and we've been doing something called Nexa Music. In that, we got almost 2,000 entries, and it was very difficult, very difficult. It took me like 6-7 days to take from 30 to 24. I was heartbroken when I did that. Like we had to, because it could only fit 24 people. Yeah.
And you started with the jingles. Are you still missing that?
No, I'll still keep doing. I'll get paid better.
Hi sir, Errol from Talk 100.3.
Yeah.
So what do you enjoy most, performing in live concert or performing in the studio for movies, recording for
Both. I've learned to love both now. Before it was like coming to a live concert was like death because you didn't know what's going to go wrong and what people are going to react. But the pattern, nothing now. We have a great team together. We have a great team. We rehearse and everything is coded together. So there's much more confidence. Like we just go in as though we go into a room. Before it used to be like guillotines.
So, a word on your next project with Mari Silvaraj sir on Rahman. Have you begun work on that or?
Yeah, I think we've recorded a couple of songs. Yeah, I just saw the movie, some of the parts of it. Really good.
So hi, I'm Riya from Iconic. Wanted to know actually one of your favorite songs from Hindi language, from Bollywood. Which would be your favorite?
Aapki Nazar, Madan Mohan.
And,
My daughter's doing a cover of that with the full orchestra, with the Firdaus Orchestra. She's doing an album called Kuhu Kuhu. It's coming very soon. Yeah.
Oh, we can't wait for that. And you have been catering to a lot of genres of music, say like for serious or classical Hindi songs. Where do you get your inspiration from?
Ultimately, it's about biological connection towards melodies. Or so I was telling someone, if any image or any music wants you to go back and look at it or hear it, I mean something good is there. We thought there's another layer of another level of senses which is attracting. And that's very important. It could be we could do everything right, but if it doesn't attract that sense, it's useless.
Yeah. The Till Date, your song from Guru has been one of our favorites.
Okay, thank you.
in your songs.
Thanks.
Do you think the technology will replace the music in near future?
This conversation is happening from '85. When I first bought the computer, oh, you bought this one. Now all the musicians are going to lose, the thing. Then in '90s when I came in, oh, now you bought this computer now. But humans are humans. Humans can always beat what technology is because we'll find newer expression and new ways to excel. Yeah.
Maybe in future the use of AI music.
Yeah,
as
AI,
per your views,
it is a fad. I mean, it is a good thing and a bad thing. It's good for certain things. It helps us, but you might get bored. Like segways. When segways came and everybody was on Segway. I don't see even one. I don't see one Segway.
So you've been in Expo, the Firdaus studio, the contribution that you've given in terms of music and why the musical was a super hit show. We've seen it so many times. Your love for UAE and your love for this region, for Middle East, if you could share a little words about it.
I think I've been coming here for 25 years now. And the first concert I had fever. We had problems with the promoter. Payment didn't come. People said, "No, payment doesn't come. You don't have to go on stage." And then I heard, and people I said, I don't think this is right to go away. I think I don't mind. I go. It was the first concert, and then we were singing. Jawad Jafri was there. We all remember that show. They were all having the lighters, and that imagery is still in my mind. So the thing about UAE is our people built this place. Most of our people came, the sweat and their soul and the sacrifice. And in a way, you feel connected to all that. You can see that those lives and souls and dreams, in all the buildings. So I feel like, of course, we see like, why can't we have a place like this? It'll all happen soon, hopefully. But that connection and also the way UAE is in the middle path, they don't go to the extreme. They coexist with everything, and they want peace. They give respect to every religion. So I feel like all that stuff makes me feel like at least the winter time I want to come here.
So in a time where there's so much prominence and there's so many numbers and clicks on remixes and remade songs, is there one song of yours which you don't want to be remixed ever?
Recently, Khwaja Mere Khwaja there was a lo-fi mix with completely wrong chords, so I literally had to talk to the label and said, please remove it. They immediately took it down. But also, I don't know how okay that one. It was completely wrong chords, and
Cool. Last
Yeah.
3 minutes. And then we'll
How you are seeing the overall Indian music industry, like the world industry?
it's great. I think there's so many singer-songwriters coming in. It's a renaissance happening. Beautiful. So it gives us more energy. Yeah, we have to beat all the we have to come up with something better, or So that's a good feeling to see so much of great talent, so much of good voices, so much of new expressions, and South, North, Malayalam, Telugu, Kannadam, and Hindi, Bengali, and it's fantastic to see that.
How you personally beat these all language boundaries?
Me, I respect all the languages. I respect and I don't mock any language. Of course, I'm being born in Tamil, it's in our blood. But I respect every language, every culture and their tradition. And I'm a student always. There's some new song. I always wonder what progression, what made them do that little change. And so that makes me curious always. Even now we're doing a Punjabi movie called Chamkila with Imtiaz Ali. And there's so much to learn, so much to give also. Why can't we do it like this, where, Punjabi audience wouldn't have listened to this thing? Or why can't I adapt to this tune, which is so beautiful? And
Sir, I have one question in Tamil, if you don't mind. Sir, நீங்க இவ்வளோ லாங்குவேஜஸ்ல நீங்க மியூசிக் பண்ணியிருக்கீங்க, ஹிந்தி, பஞ்சாபி இப்போ சொன்னீங்க, தமிழ். ஒரு ப்ரெஷர் இருக்கா உங்க மேல? நான் இப்போ பாலிவுட்லயும் மெயின்டைன் பண்ணணும், இப்போ சவுத்லயும் மெயின்டைன் பண்ணணும், அப்படி
pressure? No pressure, because I think my job is to understand the tradition. There is a director, there is a lyric writer who's very, well versed in the language, and also the singer. So the combination of, I'm just one element in this, even though I'm driving it. So all of them actually, like Danny Boyle once said that direction is the most easiest thing. I get all you guys who are all very good. I just tell you what to do, and you come up with great ideas, and I get the nemesis. So very similar. Each HOD, head of department, is actually, if you have the right intention and you have the right people, you create a good vibe. The only trouble is when deadlines come in and you have to finish something.
So last minute we'll keep follow up.
One last question from me actually.
Yeah, tell me.
Which would be that one song which you would want to recreate again, sung by other singers or composed by someone else?
Many actually. There are many.
We can hear all the
No, but then good thing about me is if I try and fail, nobody knows. It's done with my computer and then just delete. So I won't mention it. I'll tell you when it's success and then you know.
You got me then.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.